My name is Bales. I'm a mechanical engineer for AFRL Center for Rapid Innovation. So my job is to solve problems for operators that are in the field today. CRI's mission is to respond to immediate operational needs. And all of my efforts, both as a program manager for some of our larger efforts and then as also in running the prototyping lab, is to solve those problems. Spark Tank is fairly similar to the famous TV show Shark Tank. It's a competition put on by SAFAQ, the Secretary of the Air Force's acquisition arm, to really promote innovation in the workforce. So it's really designed to help people solve their own problems. And really the problem I'm trying to solve the symptoms of a problem. Right now in the Air Force, maintenance on aircraft is done right next to the planes. The problem is that all the tools and spare parts are not kept out in the open, out in the elements, right next to the airplanes on the flight line. The problem that drives for the Air Force is the transition time. Flight lines can be very long, up to 2 miles in some places. So if the airplane that you're working on is 2 miles away, you're gonna walk out there. Most of the time you're not driving. Sometimes you're pushing your own toolbox a couple miles down the flight line. And if you picked the wrong toolbox or you didn't get all the parts that you needed before you left, now you're a 4-mile walk away from starting your day at the side of the aircraft. I've seen this issue a lot on some of the other programs I've worked. It's been frustrating for me to have to sit planeside. I can't imagine what it is for the maintainers to have to do the walking back and forth. My idea is to solve that issue with an autonomous vehicle. My official title is something along the lines of Autonomous Flight Line Resupply Vehicle. So basically, you call the supply room, this autonomous vehicle is stationed there, charging. They can load it up with the tools that you order over the radio. They can send it to where you're at on the flight line, has enough range to get there and back, and it'll be unlocked by the maintainer that ordered it. So it really gets rid of that transitional time. So we can spend more time working on airplanes and less time walking around. We try to keep the names fun. Name is always a big thing in the military. What are you going to name your programs? Alfred was just a general idea actually by my wife. She came up with it, and it's a delivery service, right? So Alfred's just a good butler name, and we thought it'd be a good name for the cart, and then it sort of kind of became the whole program name. So really right now we're gathering interest from users. We've had a lot of interest. Spark Tank has been absolutely essential in that, and I'm working with a few different combat commands right now to sort of scope out what does an Alfred demonstration look like. We would build a new prototype and then spend a lot of time with the local organization at whatever base we want to test at, right? How are we going to interact with that specific place? But I think we're probably 2 years out from seeing an Alfred out in the wild.